cold. The first thing I felt when consciousness pierced the darkness. Waking up in a morgue has to be one of the more surreal moments in my life. Felt like some undead monster in a horror movie, back from the grave.
Hey, look at that. Rise and shine. Sheriff said you need to see the doc immediately when you wake up. He doesn't want any more bodies to pile up today.
I have a lot of questions.
And it breaks my sweet little heart that I can't answer them. So go, see the doc, and then find someone who cares. Would you do that for me? The door's behind you.
What's with these people? Oh, my head. Great, now I'm seeing things. Maybe I should see the doc.
Please step onto the scanner to begin your examination.
I guess he's not much for bedside manner, huh?
Engaging bedside manner protocol. Did you hear the news? A group of prisoners hijacked a prison bus and crashed it into a cement truck. The police said to be on the lookout for hardened criminals. Ha ha, ha ha.
Wow, that just happened.
Scanner failure. No living organic material was detected.
Suit must be interfering with the scanner again. I had trouble with this in the past. An earthquake on a space station? That seems a bit odd to say the least. The quake must have broken the dock, and who knows what else. I should check on the dock before I leave. Doesn't look too bad, just a couple blown fuses. I'll need to find some replacements. This may just be the strangest thing I've seen so far. Oh, a dangerous object to shove into my pockets.
Glad to see you woke up. It saves us the time of digging two graves. Just kidding. We eject bodies into the vast cold emptiness of space.
Heartwarming. Your deputy wasn't very forthcoming. What exactly happened to me?
Seems you discovered the body of Oakley Baxter and then fainted. The doc must have found you both just lying there. Actually, Oakley was the man you were sent to replace.
How did he die?
Looks like a simple accident. Oakley has been dead for days. So no worries. You're off the hook.
Accident? So he fell into the machine, died, and then sealed himself inside.
Look, new guy. Things are done a certain way around here. Didn't I say not to rattle bones?
It just makes no sense.
We're not going to discuss this further. You'll need a clean bill of health signed off by the doc if you want to leave.
Looks like the quake broke the dock.
Well, fix it. Isn't that your job?
Well, that brings up another problem. Did you feel that earthquake? Isn't that a bit unusual for a space station?
Just the station settling.
Settling? The same space station that's been around for over 100 years?
You'll learn how things work around here, new guy.
I see my tools are behind you. Should have a couple spare fuses.
Sorry, have to hold on to those. Part of a crime scene and all.
I thought it was an accident.
rattling bones? I suppose it would be alright if you had just a couple fuses.
I guess I'll be going.
See you around.
An accident? Who is he kidding? If he's not gonna look into this murder, then I will. A big bag of medical waste in the lobby. Wonderful. Some resident evildoer has left their biohazard containers here. I'm not familiar with the show she's watching, but she's certainly enamored with it. An old sweet sob PC. You don't see the smile anymore. Never was a fan myself. There's only one name on the sign-in sheet. Charlie G. McLehany. It's dated nearly 2 months ago. Alright, just turn your head and cough. I need to match the colors of the wheels on the right to the fuse boxes on the left. The fuse looks blown. I should replace it. And that's the last one. Back up and running. No point. The scanner doesn't work with the suit. The first aid kit is locked up tight. Just a simple lock, though. Might be able to pick it. The blade's too wide to fit in the keyhole. I don't think talking's gonna get me anywhere with this guy. Maybe the worst place I have ever woken up. Maybe. Various beakers and vials. Not sure I want to know why they have these. The label reads caution, dangerous acid. Now, what could go wrong carrying this around? At least it's corked tight. Looks like a little rodent is living up in the rafters. Laser bone saw. Battery's almost dead. The lunchbox has something rattling around inside of it. I should take a closer look. Also appears I ripped the cushion fabric when I picked it up. The spring is still attached pretty good. I need something to cut it free. Well, that's done it. But the bone saw's out of juice. A single rubber glove. Doubt anyone will miss this. The label reads somnunium. Take one pill before bed. They're prescribed to Oakley Baxter. He's certainly not having trouble sleeping now.
Ja. Huifnazur. Skabich
I'll need to find a way to distract her if I want to get my hands on the bottle. Sadly, Oakley won't be needing them. Hopefully, she won't notice these are missing. Let's hope I don't get caught doing this. This is so illegal. Looks like the sleeping gas was just too much for this little guy. He's cold but not frozen. Really gonna need to clean this jacket. My dad dragged me to more than a few crime scenes when I was a kid. It's making this whole thing oddly familiar. According to the medical examiner's report, this is Oakley Baxter, mechanical engineer. I was sent to replace this guy. I guess he didn't just disappear as they thought. The report states he died from blunt force trauma and brain hemorrhaging. Says the key was inserted into his head wound once rendered unconscious, and causing further brain damage. His other wounds were all caused post-mortem, likely by the machine he was shoved into. No fingerprints or DNA were found at the scene. I should see what else I can find. Ticket book. Technically, enforcing violations isn't part of the job, but he seems to have taken it on himself to keep things in check. Only one page left in the book. Must have taken it seriously. The key that was placed into his wound. You never see keys like this anymore. Must be decades old. Oakley's head wound. He was hit hard and precise enough to crack open his skull. The bruising looks pretty precise, like they were able to open the skull in only a couple shots. Morgue lockers of various shapes and sizes to support all the different species that would frequent the space station, I imagine.
Organic material detected. No heartbeat registered. Dangerously low temperature identified. Initiating emergency thermal procedure. Initiating emergency shock resuscitation procedure. Error. Insufficient power. Battery damaged. New battery ordered. Arriving in 2 to 3 weeks.
It's been pillaged of most of its supplies, but a couple items are left. Jar with a heart in it, frozen solid. I'm not sure if this makes me Frankenstein or his monster. I am having the weirdest day.
Organic material detected. No heartbeat registered. Dangerously low temperature identified. Initiating emergency thermal procedure. Initiating emergency shock resuscitation procedure. Error. Insufficient power. Battery damaged. New battery ordered. Arriving in 2 to 3 weeks.
At least I can get rid of my frozen friend now.
Engaging bedside manner protocol. I tried to get a reservation at the library, but they were all booked up. Ha ha. Ha ha.
I have no words. All thawed out. Let's just pretend like you didn't ask me to do that.
Organic material detected. Heartbeat detected. The subject is within acceptable physical parameters. Your health status has been updated. You may return back to work. Have a good day, and please take your doctor's note.
And that actually worked. I don't believe that man has ever been to medical school.
If the doc says you're good to go, then you're good to leave. If the doc says you're good to...
The rain fell right on cue as I stepped out of the doctor's office. A few minutes later, lost, I wandered into some forgotten alley. Just as I was ready to give up and turn back, a figure appeared in the fog. Like an apparition calling to me, I followed it into the mist. As the haze cleared, I found myself standing in front of the old local museum. Held forward, I stepped through the doors.